Hello? Hello, Soup Waffle? All is well. All is very well. I think I'm gonna have to bring my mic closer though. So, 1 second while I organize my space in accordance. In the meantime, enjoy the music. Is this better? I hope it's better. Ooh. Wait. Let me check this out. I hope that is good. Turning up OBS volume mixer. I don't use OBS. Yeah, I'm sorry. Or wait, never mind, I forgot. There's like special stuff going on here. Okay. I mean, it's at a normal, it's at like the preset Streamlabs, yeah. But yeah, it has the thingy that you can scroll up and down if you want something to be more or less. Okay, put this up. Is that good? Is the music at a good level or is it too much? I can always bring it down. Less loud now? Okay, I'll bring it down a bit. Good, it's at like a 12% loudness. Also, am I coming in well? I hope so. It's perfect? Okay. That's good. Okay. I'm just gonna... Alrighty, hold on, this doesn't look right. Looks fine, whatever. It's just a really bad layout, but I don't give a shit. Alrighty, we are opening up our second stream of the week, actually, which is so strange to me because I don't stream that often. Mainly because I'm either busy or people are home, which actually happens to be just a few seconds ago, sadly. Also, I apologize if the stream like cuts out or and starts again. I have no control over it, which sucks. Alrighty then. We're here. We're doing shit. And if we can remember what went on last time. Right. So from last time, we have all this to consider. we set up like the theme, like the setting, what kind of powers there are, the cons to being a vampire, like a little more on vampire lore, some funny things, and yeah, just a bit about that to get a better understanding of it, how like vampirism operates in that world. And then we set up the characters in a very interesting way, giving them a backstory that's like kind of just here's one step, right? Because first Tommy, then Techno, then Wilbur, and then we have our side characters as well. To ensure that I remember everything, I have a tab open for all of the DMs that was put. Not DMs, what am I saying? No, I sent myself all the posts that Wolfie made about the AU that they wrote, so I can remember everything. So I can always revisit that whenever I need it. Wait, what would happen if I just... Okay. Well, that's surely not good. Yeah, no, I need to... Hold on, let me fix something 1 second, because this does not look great. Okay, I have an idea. I can move this more up, and I can take this and I can move it here, and then I'll take this and I'll move it all the way to the side, if that works. This doesn't look like it works, but hey, you gotta do what you have to do. Well, let me do this normally, so... Okay, I hope that's anywhere nicer as a setup. Probably not though. It just looks really, really bad. But it's better to be honest, cause then, you know, cause then like this thing on the side, it doesn't like interfere with everything else. Wait. Hold a minute. Wait a minute. I'm gonna do a little more. Chat here, and then I can move this down here. And then I can take this and I can put it here so there's like extra space. You know what? I see this as fine. It's very bad, but it's fine. Anyway. I think eventually I might just move it around more and see what works, but for now, I just have this. always does that, but it just does, where it just decides to fuck itself a new hole. Haha, nice 69 in the corner. Anyway. Hey yo, 69. We live in. Oh my god. Is my stream crashing? God damn it. I hate that. What the? 2.4 gigabytes? What? I'm so confused. Anyway, just to get going with what we have already. There was one character. What are we working on right now? I just moved around a bunch of the format from last time, so it looks nicer, even though it doesn't. But it's the vampire fanfic I was working on last time. Oh my god, hold on. I'm gonna close a window. 1 second. Okay. Window closed. Hopefully not as much, you know, not as much noise. I hope. This time I actually have tea with me. Fun fact, I've drank tea my entire life. I am completely, what's it called? I'm immune to the caffeine level. Yeah, sure, I'm in VC right now, so feel free. Tea is high quality? It is. It absolutely is.
Hola.
Hold on, wait. I think you're low. Wait. Oh, maybe it's just me then. Wait.
No, it could be me because I did something with my audio to make sure it's like. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, a lot better.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I turned on the input volume because I have such a shoddy mic and it will continue to go down in quality.
Oh, rip.
Yeah.
I hope you're doing well, though.
Yes, I am doing well, even though it's raining a heck of a storm outside.
Oh, man,
Da-da.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
like, I was in school when it happened, and it said it was gonna rain at 6 o'clock. And right now it's 6:24, and it was raining at 5:45. And I walk home, so
Oh,
no umbrella.
sorry.
It's alright.
Oh, man. It is
But I
kinda,
do agree with you.
it's kind of
Sorry,
cloudy. It's okay. It is kind of cloudy in my area at the moment, but that's about it. And the air is pretty crisp. And
Crisp.
I can't have any windows open because there's like sounds coming from the outside. So it sucks. I can't get any fresh air. It's alright.
I do agree about TV being high quality. Also, I'm sorry for the noises that are about to come from the background. You will either hear small children screaming or an occasional car driving by with music in Spanish lyrics that I can't understand yet.
It's okay. No worries. I have like last time it was like what? Last time I had my window open, I was on a Discord call and people were asking me if I was okay because they kept hearing like a bunch of loud sounds like coming from my end, and I said no, it's just my neighbors.
Man, neighbors are wild.
Neighbors do be loud. They were doing construction work yesterday.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Alright. The story, the fic. I'm sorry. I do distract people a lot, and I tend to notice that because I talk a lot for no apparent reason, and I'm sorry about that. But like,
it's okay.
I have that.
I do the
I
same
just
exact
talk.
thing. I go on too many tangents.
Yeah. I am a nerd for almost everything.
Fat mood. I did not send myself all of the oh my god, no, wait. I didn't send myself all of the posts that were made, so this sucks. Hold on, where is, okay, here's this.
Oh dang.
It's basically like character sheets and everything that I need to know about the characters and how I write them in.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So look, right now, you're sorry, I'm just thinking.
It's okay.
So right now you're still drafting like character and story.
Yeah, I mean, if I can get the characters like kind of fleshed out, like just on its own, like in this format, I can implement them into the story the best I can, and like I can continuously flesh them out throughout the story. Like I can write like maybe 3 characteristics about one character, and then like I use those characteristics to have them like it'll flesh out more as the story progresses. But yeah.
All right. So who do you have so far?
Yeah. So far, I just have characters and vampirism lore. Right. Sorry. I forgot Rambo is also in this from the notes that Wolfie gave.
Ah, okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Oh, okay. This one's different. You know, okay. So Wolfie wrote in their drafts that they posted that Rambo is like a born vampire, which is very insane. I mean, insane in like a cool way.
Yeah.
What else did they write? Looking over, I know I'm quiet right now, but I was looking over the notes that Wolfie had.
Tis okay. Tis okay.
You know, I set up this whole thing about what like the vampire virus does, but I never really considered where it originated. Oh wait, yeah, I did consider that actually, like as like a
side note.
Hold on, I remember thinking about like relating it to any old diseases that were like really prevalent in like back then, like
Wait, what time period is this?
setup where Rambu's like the oldest and was born like 1700s, and then they put Tommy at like 1880s, Techno at 1890s, and then Wilbur at like 1930s.
Okay. So I'm gonna start like maybe like estimate like around like the end of the 1600s, and we'll probably look for diseases there maybe.
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little searchy. I can always make up my own thing. That's
Yes,
the creative
indeed.
liberties of writing. Just make up your own shit. What's your source? Me.
Source is the brain.
Source is like just me, bro. It's my brain, yeah. Where's my brain? For some reason, my brain is overloading these past few days, and I don't know why.
It do happen. I mean, I just have a habit of like, what's it called? Speaking, thinking faster than I speak. So it'll all come out so jumbled, and I'll be thinking about it like, man, I have a lot of thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm looking at a thing, at like a Google search, and it says the most notable from the 1600s was, hold on, Deferia? What? It's hold on, let me look at it now. It's the one that apparently just, it's an infectious thing caused by bacteria, and it makes it difficult to breathe, heart failure, paralysis, and eventually leads to death. And then there's the whooping cough and also thyroid fever.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. You know what would be a really interesting thing to write? What if this vampire virus originated around the same time the plague did, but because of how infamous the plague became, it kind of like overshadowed the vampire virus, so almost nobody knew about it, but they knew about the bubonic plague.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Can I say an idea?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So that idea about like the plague thing can stay. But people, let's say also that people like back in that period were also confusing that vampire virus for the plague, because people began to randomly drop dead with like terrible symptoms before becoming that vampire.
So what you're saying, it's like some people either would get the vampire virus or they would die, or they would get confused. My brain blanked.
Sorry, I'm just not gonna explain things, but like people would get confused between like the vampire virus and what was the first virus you mentioned? I'm sorry.
The plague.
The plague, because of the symptoms that first like, it's not subsided, but like that first came towards it. So people would either be dead from the plague, or look like they would end up dead before turning into a vampire. So let's say somebody became a vampire, but like their symptoms were so like crazy that they looked like they were dead. So like let's say the first one just woke up in a pile, and they were just like, wait a minute, I'm not supposed to be here, am I? And then they found out they were a vampire.
So I need to brush up on what the plague is, just so I can. So, okay, so the plague is caused by bacteria. It's not a virus. A virus is more, it's a lot smaller than that.
Then again, though, back in the 1700s, I don't think they knew the difference, because they'd kill somebody over a headache.
Oh yeah, but the thing I wanted to do was, if I could make the vampire one just like a subset, or like a mutated version of the plague, basically.
Yes.
And if it is like a bacteria, just the thing about a bacteria and a virus is that a bacteria is a living organism and a virus isn't, which would make a lot more sense if the bacteria had like a sort of collective conscious that could override a system, like almost like, let's say, a beehive working to get rid of a wasp that is trying to attack its colony. Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense.
And it would also make a lot more sense if the bacteria depended on blood too, because it could, like, I don't know,
be transmitted that way?
No, because if that's how it works and it finds some way to like control the electrical signals in the brain, then I don't know, because wait, I need a second to think. So there's a lot of blood coming and going through the brain, right? And then there's also cells coming and going, right?
Yes.
Shit. Okay, so there's both pros and cons to deciding whether or not bacteria or virus. So with a bacteria, it's a living thing. I'm writing these things down.
So maybe since both things would stem from bacteria, because like that's what most things would start with, you are probably right about it being like a mutated version of the thing, or like maybe like a less mild mutation. I don't know.
The thing I'm trying to consider is whether or not this infection will overtake the body, but like in what way? Oh, wait a minute. I don't know why, but I had this notion that bacteria cells and like our human cells are like the same size, but apparently not. They're like way smaller.
What, the bacteria cells?
Yeah.
Is that why, like, man, I'm sorry. I keep thinking of science stuff now. Because you know how you've seen those like diagrams before, like, you know how like bacteria cells will be like, I don't know, in the blood, and you'll see like the white blood cells fighting them off in them cheesy video things. Right? So like, of course it'd be like really, really small, but like slipping through and all that.
I'm trying to find a good diagram that actually shows the size comparison, but I can't. If there's like a really shitty graph. Okay, so I might go with the bacteria one because it can be smaller.
I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
And that's alright. At least I should explain to any audience members that are currently here and listening and invested, if there are any. my god. Okay, to any viewers currently watching, what I could do is make it a bacteria, which is like this weird pill-shaped thing right here. And because it is 10 times or 100 times smaller than like a regular cell, it could essentially just work with the logic I'm trying to go with here. So might as well. So it's not okay, I'm gonna go up here. Where is it? It's a bacteria now. And also tells me ish. There's a subset. There's 3 different types of plagues. The most common, no, it says here the plague can take different clinical forms, but the most common are bubonic, pneumonic, and septimetic. I think that's how it's said.
Back, by the way.
Hello.
Hi.
So there's like this, apparently there's like different types of forms the plague can take, but the most common are bubonic, pneumonic, and septimetic, which I tried to look into, and it's like septimetic plague occurs when plague bacteria multiply in the blood. It can be a complication of pneumonic or bubonic plague, or it can occur by itself. When it occurs alone, it is caused in the same way as bubonic plague. However, buboes do not develop. I think that's like the swell things. Yeah. Like,
So maybe like the third option, the one that goes to the blood, is probably the best one to look to.
Yeah, because considering... But wait a minute. If the bacteria depends on... Wait a minute. So, I've written in that it depends on the proteins found in plasma. It's not the blood itself, it's the plasma.
Okay.
So if it's
I think.
Okay. So I like how I spelled edit the wrong way on my own document. Okay, there we go. So I guess what I can do is have this thing be a mutated version of septic how do you pronounce this shit?
Let me see.
Pronunciation audio. Found something.
Septicemic plague.
Septicemic. That's how it's said. Okay.
Semic.
Ew, anyway. So septicemic plague. And this one specifically attacks the blood, and alone, like on its own, it doesn't cause the random swell. The swelling on the lymph nodes that were very common in depictions of this shit. So mutated version of the septicemic plague that depends on plasma protein to survive.
Hmm.
Alright, I guess that works. I don't know why my brain is short-circuiting every few seconds, but I think I gotta. So, it's a mutated version of the septicemic plague that depends on plasma protein to survive and develop defensive stuff for the host to survive longer in the body. So in turn, that helps the bacteria live longer. Because the whole point for any living organism is to survive. And when it evolves, it tries to evolve to survive longer. That's why that's why viruses are so hard to kill, because they're not actually alive. Like, you could there's like this, like, what was it called? Aerosol virus?
Aerosol?
Yeah.
Huh.
Aerosolized virus, yeah. So, I just looked it up. What is aerosolized rabies virus? Inhalation of air carrying very small fine droplets and aerosol particles that contain infectious virus. Risk of transmission is greatest within 3 to 6 feet of an infectious source where the concentration of these very fine droplets and particles is greatest. Basically, this is like, it's kind of like, I wonder if they ever used this in war, but they probably did, and they would call it like what was it called?
Chemistry?
Like biochemical warfare?
Yes. That's the word, I think.
Well, bio means like biology, and then chemical is like periodic table. It's kind of like the opposite of each other. Biological warfare. I think that's the one. Yeah, biological warfare. It's kind of like, in short, that just means you release a bunch of infectious diseases and like bacteria and virus or fungus onto the enemy, so that it basically infects their soldiers, so that they have less people to fight. Yeah, it's called biological warfare. Or it could be natural toxic gases too.
Huh. I'm learning stuff today. That's great.
Yeah, it's also like using biological warfare in a war or armed conflict is a war crime. So, yeah. It's like a punishable thing. Very fun. Not very fun, actually. But yeah, the reason why that like aerosolized viruses exist is because viruses can't die. But like, you can like get rid of it with like soap, because the exterior, like the shell of the virus, is made of like fat, which is why oftentimes it's so easy for a virus to infiltrate like cells, because it's all, your cells also have it is a bilipid layer, which means it's a double fat layer. So that's why it's easy for like things to infect it if it's like of the same stuff. And yeah, like so viruses can quote unquote die or disassemble upon soap interacting with it, or you can bless you.
Thank you.
Or you can essentially freeze dry it. That's like a loose term I'm using to like store it somewhere. It's very funny.
Oh, I love this freeze-dried virus. Let's take it out of the. Let's take it out to defrost a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Needs to hook it in some food.
Hold on. Wait, let me look it up. There was this one guy who mailed baby powder to, what was it? it a government building or something? So
Oh man.
oh my
People
God. Hold on.
are wild.
Wait, I found it. It's not loading though. I need a minute. But basically, this dude mailed a packet of baby powder to somewhere. It was like an office or something, and they all they had to go on lockdown because they thought it was like basically freeze dried virus. And if because the thing is that once a dormant virus, like freeze dried dormant, same thing. When a dormant virus enters an area that is habitable and it can live and thrive there, it will basically unfreeze and start working again, so it will try to find a body or host or whatever to infect so that it can multiply.
Strange. Man, the world is weird.
It's very funny to me. I mean, it was a funny joke, but it probably did get that guy in jail. I don't know. I never followed up with it.
Government building.
Okay, here it is. Baby powder mail to state office prompts lockdown. But where? A downtown Springfield office building was locked down Tuesday after the office handled government Pat Quinn's mail received a threatening letter with a suspicious powder. Authorities eventually determined that the substance was harmless baby powder, but about 24 workers inside had to spend a little over 2 hours in their offices as members of Springfield Fire Department's Hazardous Materials Unit tested. Fire Chief Ken Fuson, speaking before the tests, confirmed the powder was harmless, and authorities were taking the threat seriously. Hazmat team members from the Springfield Fire Department went in wearing protective gear. They looked up the contents of the letter as well as what was written on the letter. We feel this is a legitimate threat, so we're taking it accordingly. Yeah.
I mean, as long as the government takes or the state government takes something seriously, you get something good in some way.
I think this might be Springfield, Illinois.
How many Springfields are there in the United States?
I have no clue.
Man. Imagine if there were at least 2 places that were Springfield, United States, in each state. Man, it'd be so fun. You'll be driving, and it's just drive 30 miles and take a left, and then it'd be welcome to Springfield, and you'll be driving through the middle. It's just wait a minute, this isn't Springfield, whatever, Connecticut. This is Springfield, Illinois. Oh boy, I took the wrong turn, and you gotta go halfway across the country.
Oh man, I put the wrong address. God damn it. Anyway. So that was an interesting side conversation about aerosol virus.
Yes. See, I told you I'll lead you off the edge of these side conversations. I talk, and then it'll go down, and people will leave themselves.
I started it because I remembered about aerosol bacteria and viruses.
Well, now we are talking Timothy's. Let's go.
Yeah. Honestly, a while ago, I almost had a mental crisis because I genuinely considered that I might have ADHD. And honestly, I'm not sure if that still holds up or not. Because I don't know. I'm not diagnosed.
See, that's what I'm saying. If I just don't get if I don't get diagnosed, I say to myself, it's not true. We'll get it later, and I forget to ask, and then maybe a couple more years.
But right now, it doesn't matter. Cause, yeah, I'm living life.
We're streaming right now. Nothing else to worry about.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Bonic Bleach. Anyway.
Sorry, another fun fact. Okay, so if you put one of your arms, maybe your non-dominant hand, out to your side, you hold it straight, but let your you wave your like sort of like back and forth in like a circle-ish manner. But then it's just like you let your sort of like you let your fingers swing around. It's like kind of like you're brushing the air. It's real nice. It's like
Okay.
it's cool.
Yeah.
I just do things, man. I just do things, and I get carried away, and I love it. I live for it.
Understandable. Sometimes I'll do this stretch where I put my hands together and like I put it behind my head and I like try to pull my elbows up. So I'm like kind of trying to reach from, like I'm trying to stretch my back.
Ooh. Nice.
Stretching.
Yeah.
You know what? I might just look over what I have now and then try to revamp it. Like the theme, the story. There's a lot on here and I can get very with it.
To make it seem less sloppy, put
Yes.
enters in between every single thing that's like including a quote-unquote paragraph, and then Control A, make it Times New Roman. Trust me, Times New Roman makes everything seem somewhat more organized, and it's just because Arial is such an ugly font. I don't know why. And no offense to anybody who likes Arial, but it's kind of ticks me off.
Apparently, I read somewhere that Arial is the default because it helps dyslexic people read better.
Really? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know any dyslexic people, but I'll have to really check that. I just wonder what they think about this weird font. It's I don't know. It's strange. Gets me.
Okay, most of the recommendations come from associations for people with dyslexia, and they agree in using sans serif fonts. The British Dyslexia Association recommends to use Arial, Comic Sans as alternative to these Verdanda, Tahoma, Century Gothic, and Trebuchet.
Like I understand like the Sans and Comic Sans and other fonts like that because those are like big, like more inky-ish letters, but like I feel like Arial is like really thin and it sometimes makes letters look weird. So I don't know, but
I don't like I don't like what Arial does to the letter I, like the capital I, and like L, because like okay.
capital I, L, and lowercase I because I can barely see the dot.
So that's the letter I and the letter L, but then when you capitalize it, it looks no different.
Sorry.
The capital I looks no different to the literal L, like the letter L. And I hate that.
Even on like Discord, you can tell the difference, and Discord is somewhat the same somehow. What font is Discord?
No, Discord is also an Arial. For me, at least.
What type of Arial is that? Because it's completely different, I feel.
It could be different based on like what you use, like because I know different systems operate with different fonts.
Interesting.
But I don't like it. I really like. You can just. You know what they could do with the letter L for Arial? Like they can add like a little loopy thing.
Yeah.
Hold on. I should probably
Loops.
Like, draw it. Let me go insert. Drawing. it shows, right?
Yeah. There's not enough loops in the alphabet. You know?
How does one draw? Scribble, there it is. Okay, that's really bad, but this is what I mean. And then like regular L. It's like the lowercase L has like a very small tail. Like at the end. Like you write it like a normal L, but like with the little hook at the bottom. So you can actually tell versus like the actual I. Or you know what they could do? They could change it. Like they could change capital I and have like two cross like lines at the top and bottom.
Ah. Okay.
What's like a font that does that? There we go. So like a font like Georgia does that. It has like the things versus Arial that literally does not do that at all. It just looks like a stick. You know what? I'm going to do a big brain moment and change everything to Georgia. Georgia font. It's like Times New Roman but nicer.
Yes. Excuse me.
It's okay. Anywho, it's actually just turned into an hour. Nice.
Side conversations are so good.
Yeah, it really does. Oh shit, my tea.
What type of tea are you drinking?
It's like a black tea. I didn't want to focus too much on like making tea today. I just wanted to throw in a bag and like get it over with. Otherwise, I do have like loose leaf teas that I brew every once in a while.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. My voice is just shitty today.
It's alright.
So, in terms of a theme for the story, like just an overall arching theme, I was thinking something along like a gray theme, but what if I can make that more? Like not just a gray theme, but also obviously family theme, because this is a family dynamic.
Yeah.
What else could I add in?
Yeah, family theme is also really good because I feel like whenever people go to the SBI genre, they're just like, oh yeah, it's family time.
It's angsty time. I don't know what it is like with people's obsession on making things like painful for the audience, like fanfic writers.
Yeah, I mean, I feel at one point like I just get real sad for the characters, or if there's like one singular character that's just getting absolutely destroyed by the audience and the writer. I'm just like, that's like for no good reason. I'd be like, please, something good happen, please. No more angst. Let them live, please.
Yeah.
And then it'll happen. Ooh, supper.
Taking a second for the
The Georgia font is so satisfying. Like I just like the letters as well. Like 5 does a little bit of a like tiny little loop like midway,
Yeah.
and it goes a little bit below the line. It's perfect.
I think that's what they call it, a low dot, like a mid and low zone for writing. Because there's like 3 different zones. There's the upper zone, middle zone, and low zone. And like this, yeah, 5 like doing a middle and low.
Is there a middle and like upper middle low zone for what's it called? Like writing like in person? Because for my handwriting, it certainly does not apply.
Jesus, what the hell is this? So 1 and 2 are like middle zone. 3, 4, 5 are middle and lower. 6 is upper zone, middle and upper, and then 7 goes back down to like middle and lower, and then 8 middle up, and then 9 is middle down, and then 0 is like 1 and 2. It's in the middle zone. So
See, but I kind of like that because I see it on books all the time, and it's like, man, especially if it's like a really good, like, I don't know, like thriller book. It's high quality. It's perfect.
oh ew. I just switched it over to Times New Roman, and it's just equally all like in the same zone.
It's a little too even. It's just,
I'm getting rid of that. Georgie font. Anyway, going back to the. So I looked up vampire powers to help me expand upon this a little more. And I'm not getting much except for what I've written so far.
well, what have you written? Have you written about like, um, uh, man, I forgot vampire powers. I was gonna say some, and then it just slipped my mind.
I have an idea. Red irises. Like the iris turns red.
Yes.
Or even okay, so I wrote here they're technically mutants. So I could also make it so their body.
Are you
Teeth or whatever. Yes.
are you going to do vampires that are like, okay? I'm just gonna do this question first because it's going to answer a bit. Does magic exist in the world? Like not strong themes or oh my god, Harry Potter magic, we use it every day. But like sort of strange, but like for vampires or things that like does magic somewhat exist in that world?
I think that depends on, I guess, where I take the story, because I do want to input a villain that they have to fight.
Ah.
Because, like, here it is, potential villain who is also a vampire. Let me bold their name out so I remember. Oh Jesus, that is thick. Anyway, so I have this idea where I don't know what the logistics are, but like a vampire villain goes around and like starts killing and drinking other vampires' blood to increase their power.
Huh. Yeah, that one's a good one. Yeah.
But it also doesn't make sense, you know, because it's like if it's like a bacteria that's infecting stuff, like, and the bacteria needs to multiply to survive, right?
Yeah.
So why am
But then technically, wouldn't it be multiplying because it's going into, let's say that blood work the way we know it right now does not apply to vampires, if they have it's in their bloodstream, technically it's sort of like the addition of it. Check.
I could also also make it so that this person is not necessarily... Oh, wait a minute. No. For a second I just thought about what if there was like a scientist guy that basically collects vampire bacteria samples to test them and do experiments on them to see if they can like change things up with it to, you know, make it more, you know?
Enhance it?
Yeah, like enhance it more so that it provides more and doesn't like come at the cost of having to be a blood drinker. Or not burn you when you go into the sun.
Huh. Okay.
Actually, that does.
That seems like
a more realistic villain to me.
it does, because it's not like, oh my gosh, it's a bad human. It's like, nah, this is fully fleshed out. This person wants this, has an ultimate goal, and it sounds cool.
But what could their goal be? Is it just to be more powerful, or do they actually like? Is there something that happens like before? Ooh, you know what? We could have this guy. Could have had like a family before.
Yeah.
And that family died due to a vampire ambush.
So he wants to become, or they want to become more superior than other vampires to be able to take over, basically, what they felt like the power they should have had before to like prevent what happened. We're going places.
Okay, so pretty interesting. Basic backstory. He's had this scientist, or what is it? What is it called? Scientist that deals with.
Oops.
It's okay. Don't worry. So there's a word that just popped up, and it's virologist.
I've heard of those.
So virologists study viruses that affect humans, animals, insects, bacteria, fungi, and plants. But what about just like a bacteria one? Or microbiologist. Literally, that's what it is. It's called a microbiologist.
Huh.
That's not the word I was looking for. There we go. Okay. Potential microbiologist vampire villain.
Yes. They have knowledge.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. I'm sorry. I just have very over-the-top reactions to strange things.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry.
It's a Scrabble game.
Ooh.
I'm going to play a 103-point word.
Oh my god.
It's so powerful. All 7 of my letters that's connected to a triple word score.
I just realized my frames have dropped severely.
How can you tell? I mean, you're on a Google Docs.
I mean, like, I remember it being at like 700 something, but now it's at 1,600.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Hold on, I need to check my Twitch. I need to see if I freaking.
As far as I know, I don't think it's lagging. It's just slightly delayed, but like a little more than usual in the beginning. But I
Yeah.
probably also have to pause and unpause.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Yeah, last time, the stream from 4 days ago, it separated partway through. So there's like two videos. There's one that's like an hour, like 2 hours and 35 minutes, and then there's another one that's 2 hours and 28 minutes. But it's both the same stream. Fat rip. Let's hope. But either way, I might aim for a shorter stream this time around because I have stuff to do and people are home. I'll try to wrap this up as quick though. Or do the most.
Sorry, I've been sort of like holding you out. I just talk a lot. I'm talking.
It's fine. It's okay. Don't worry. Okay. I guess I'll focus on just fleshing out this villain. Okay, so. Delete that because that's not canon anymore. You know what I just realized? I should probably mention that in my title there are spoilers for the rest of the story. There we go.
I mean, I assume though that people, if you're working on the story, it'd probably be like, oh wait a minute, what if they're gonna talk about some really important plot points? I guess I shouldn't watch today, but people can live tweet.
That is true. But anyway, generally I am hoping to reveal like this villain dude at some point like later on in the story. That's why I want it to be a surprise in a sense.
Yeah, cause like I feel like it should be like slipped in slightly like smoothly because you don't want it to be immediately like, all right, you have the family dynamic. Oh, we have everybody else here. Now it's time to suffer. You're gonna get a villain and he's gonna do things.
Actually,
But now you get
I'm hoping to utilize the villain as not only a very like as like an action aspect of the story, but as like a driving force that brings the family together. He's more of like, he's not like the main thing, he's more of like a literary device.
Yeah. That's good. Just don't make it seem like as like I know you probably don't write it like this, but like just don't make it seem as hollow. Because if it seems sometimes like people can tell when it's just like, oh yeah, just literary device. And then not everyone will be all the way.
Then the villain doesn't feel like it has that much of like importance to the story.
Yeah.
But this is yeah, definitely want to make this as more of a subtext-ish, like a subtext. Just like reading, like I think some people might be able to pick up on it and some people won't, but if anything I might, like if this does end up getting attention and people ask me to like talk about it more, then I will like clarify, like yeah, that was like there's like a bit of subtext in this area that where this is like the purpose of this part.
I feel like it'll definitely get attention because like you have great ideas, like amazing ideas, like just to start from like somebody else saying, oh yeah, so this is an idea for something, you can write it, and then you create something like you're planning out and not just writing all willy-nilly. It's great.
Thank you. But then again, it's also like making it so that what is it? I think there's also an important aspect of marketing this stuff out there and using like the right words to get people's attention and knowing where to start like advertising, because you can't just like say you're advertising something, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta like find the right target audience, and how can you put something in their sphere of things to get their attention on this kind of stuff. Like one way I'm trying to do it is by using tags and like keywords. So like, let's say somebody searches up SBI AU like on Twitter or something. I don't know how people use Twitter. I don't use Twitter. But like, let's say they type in those words and then like find my tweets of me live streaming a fanfic writing thing. I don't know. Maybe I need to put in tags or something. Do people frequent tags?
People do like tags and keywords, and like you can especially tell that because like people's TLs, of course, are like just on random things, and so if somebody also retweets something as well, it'll also come up on there. So if you have the tag like SBI, most people who are interested in the topic will see it, and if somebody who has like fanfic or SBI fic up there, then it'll definitely get there. I could also like retweet it or get some friends to retweet it as well if you need.
I'm not entirely sure, but that is welcome.
Yeah, okay.
Okie dokie. I guess I can try to work on fleshing out like this microbiologist and also random. Oh yeah, hold on. Because it's a small town and there's not much connection to other areas, there are specialists hired by the only...
Oh my lordy lord.
Did you win?
I don't know if it's static was so I'm sorry, static was so loud. I don't know if it's coming from my headphones or if it's coming from yours, but that scared the crap out of me.
Static?
Oh
Oh
man.
my gosh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. If you watch back the VOD, you can probably hear it. But you know how like somebody will turn their microwave on in the background or something, but then you can hear the stuff humming in it, or like something popping in there. That's what it sounded like, and it was hilarious.
Oh, it was probably my keyboard.
I don't know how it gave that much feedback, but that was amazing.
Hold up, I'm gonna keep typing and also like check the microphone.
Alright.
Because it's small, so there's not much connection to other areas. There are specialists hired by the only hospital in the area. Hold on, let me just type in a bunch of random. Yes. Did that cause any static?
Nope.
Oh. Okay. So, because this is a small town, there's not much connection to other areas. There are specialists hired by the only hospital in the area in order to meet the needs of all townspeople.
I just have a question as well. Vampires are outcasts among society. So like how many are there like per se like one place then?
Honestly, I could think of it could relate it to how Supernatural tackled it, where there are just like dens of, like, quote unquote, like vampire dens in certain cities, but there's not a lot either. Like, they all band together in, like, let's say populated areas where it's easier to like find people and you know, like ambush them or whatever, because it's such a huge city and there's a lot of people. It's a lot harder to maintain. So in like small towns, it's not as easy because everybody knows each other, right? And they could easily point out like a stranger or someone who just came into town, and if things start happening, they'll point towards that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, let's say like this small area, there's probably not a lot going on. It could be like these, so because it's a small area, it could be like one of those like towns that you run into while traveling. So I just realized that could be a good setup for like how the ice cream trio like happens to meet Phil, basically.
Huh. Yeah. Neapolitan.
What did I call Lamanberg?
I have no idea.
Okay, I literally just had it Lamanberg Town. Alright. I thought I had like Lamantropolis or something. Or maybe I'm just thinking of another fic that I'm writing at the moment. Okay, so they have to so the trio have to pass through Lamanberg Town to get to a bigger city. Unbeknownst to them, Phil is driving out at a very fast speed, and although Booger and Techno move out of the way, Tommy doesn't, and this causes Phil to crash into him. Tommy sustains damage, and Phil insists that he takes him to the nearest hospital. I would assume that because like they're still kind of like human-ish, they do get like regular human like injuries. Like if you get hit by a car, your bones break, right?
Yeah. But then will they heal faster?
Yeah, they do heal faster, and I guess pain, like, they could feel less pain, even. I don't know, because the bacteria does hijack the body, basically. Kind of
so
like
like
it's like
parasite?
a body. The virus is basically a body mod. Hold on, I need to write that somewhere.
Body mod parasite.
Lumfow. I don't know who decided. Whoever looked at LMFAO and thought to themselves, Lumphao, I need what they're on.
I just think to myself, I'll try to pronounce it slowly in my head. I'll be like, all right, now there are not many vowels in here, so I'm gonna keep going. All right, so like, and then I keep making an R noise, and then it's just like, that's not the way this is supposed to be.
Right. Okay, so I humored myself on the idea that the bacteria kind of operates like fast metabolism. Because the thing about fast metabolism is that the body overworks itself in a way. So I forgot to write this. Hold on, where is it? Basically, as the body, like as the bacteria takes over to heal the body also overheats a lot. So, like they need to keep cool in order to not burn or whatever.
Huh.
Fuck. Where is it? Here it is.
Huh.
When the bacteria is healing the body, it overworks it to the point of heating up the person. So they need to keep cool, otherwise they will burn. Like just, it's like you're like a heat generator. The body gets so hot you could cook an egg on it. Okay,
Like the rock's head. Like the rock's head out in the sun. Just steamy. What should I eat for dinner? I do not know.
Yeah, apparently having fast metabolism, like it does burn more calories in a given time frame.
Huh.
But like slow metabolism just means that you need less calories to keep you going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also said like that said, a fast metabolism doesn't guarantee you will be healthy or thin. I think, right? I mean, I'm reading something that says that, and I'm not sure.
You said what? Does what?
Fast metabolism doesn't have any correlation to people like being skinny.
Yeah.
You're just burning, like your body is just overworking itself.
Yeah.
That's all it means.
Cause like, from what I've been told, cause like although like I did sports, I still had like fast metabolism, so I can keep the weight and keep like looking like average size, but still, it'll still be like, oh yeah, you're not completely skinny, but you know, you still have fast metabolism.
But also this does mean that like while you're recovering, because your body is, because of like this theoretical situation where the body is overworking itself to heal like the bones and everything, that would mean like more food, more sustenance, something to keep the body going so it's not burning through its own reserves. Because if you burn through your own reserves, then you're basically just, it's like you're running out of fuel.
Yeah.
Get back to where was I? Right. Just writing out like the first chapter or something. Actually, no. Should I make the first chapter like when they meet, or should it be like, or should the first initial chapters be like introducing the characters?
When they meet, and then you can be like introducing the characters, like meanwhile something is going on, because
So like as the
I feel
story,
like
so like hold on, sorry. So as the story progresses from the time point that the trio meets Phil, so like the story keeps going, and then like maybe someone asks like, hey, so like how did this happen to you or whatever, and they're like willing to tell that story, then like the next chapter is like that origin story or something. I don't know. That feels very like, I'm starting to think that feels a little like way too easy to give.
yeah, that's true. But I just feel like, and this is just like sort of just like me. I don't know how to explain it properly, but
Scene breakdown in a scene in this movie called Inglourious by Quentin Tarantino, and the way that he wrote that scene was it goes like this: a British spy is among a bunch of German soldiers, and he asks the waiter for 3 beers or something. And he uses his index, middle, and ring finger to say that. And they're all sitting at a table. They're playing a game of guess who or heads up or whatever people call it now. Where they put like a card with a name on it on their forehead. And a German soldier like points his gun at the infiltrator and threatens to shoot him. And then all of a sudden a shootout starts happening and everybody's dead. Except for, I think, the British guy. And apparently he said, like, the person breaking down the scene said that Quentin Tarantino found a way to tell this scene in a very good way, because you give the audience a bomb, a quote-unquote bomb, and that bomb was like the initial information to set up the build-up of a scene. And what it was building up to was that shootout that happens like a few seconds later.
he's the one who made Kill Bill? Oh my!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
The interesting part about it is that it was such a subtle thing. Like, when I pointed out like the 3-finger request for beer or alcohol, or he said like 3 glasses. That's a very subtle thing. It's a very subtle body language that kind of like tells you like, oh yeah, this guy isn't German, because there's a scene later on where there's a woman who was present at the time that got shot in the leg, who says this guy requested 3 glasses, but he did it with his index, middle, and ring finger, not with his index, middle, and thumb. Which is like the German way of requesting 3 beers, or 3 alcohols, or 3 glasses. It's like a very, very subtle thing. Should I show that on stream? Because I might like show this later on.
I think I realized what you mean, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle hands, not W hand.
Yeah. Right. Which one should I choose though? Hopefully I don't get like thinged for this. Unless I give like a little, what's it called? Hold on.
Alright.
Let me just hit the BRB.
Alright.
Beep 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 beep. Beep beep boop beep beep. Beep 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 beep. I'm gonna pause the music. This is it, chat? Yes. Alright. Let's get back. There we go. That's great.
Der Hauptsturmführer scheint einfach nur immun gegen meinen Charme zu sein.
Ah.
So they're having a bit of a talk right now.
A little bit of a talk, a little bit of a tussle.
So this guy over here, he's German. But this guy over here, he's the English spy.
Natürlich störe ich. Meine Herrschaften, gestatten Sie, dass ich Ihnen nachschenke und dann werde ich Ihnen und dem Fräulein
Ah.
Erik hat eine Flasche 33 Jahre alten Whisky aus dem schottischen Hochland. Was sagen Sie, meine Herrschaften?
Das ist sehr freundlich, Sturmanführer.
Erik,
Scottish.
und frische Gläser.
Highlands.
Wir wollen ja nicht, dass Sie den 33er hier mit Ihrem Gesöff
I
verfassen.
have a Scottish.
Für mich nicht.
Ich mag Scotch, Scotch macht mich nicht.
Ich auch nicht, ich bleib beim Shampoos.
3 Gläser.
There he is. See this 3?
Hold on, it's not coming up yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See
There.
this 3? Now look at this dude's face. Look at this dude's face.
He
Look at how he looks at him.
does like a Jim Carrey turn. It's just like,
Yeah.
excuse me?
Now he's smiling, right?
Yeah.
Because he knows. He knows 100%.
He's been caught. And it's also done.
So yeah, now they're passing around these drinks, right? He's still looking at this guy like he's, sorry, wrong image. So this guy, he just knows, like he has that evil smirk on his face that just tells you he knows for a fact, like what's going on, or what's gonna happen next. And if I'm correct, he did call him Major just now, so maybe the British guy works for him, right?
Auf ein 1000-jähriges deutsches Reich.
Ein 1000-jähriges Reich.
Goodness me. Ew.
Sagen, ich habe genug von dem Affentheater.
Oh, there it is.
Haben Sie das gehört?
Oh,
Das ist das Geräusch einer
okay.
Wand, die direkt auf Ihre Hoden gerichtet ist.
Oh.
Warum richten Sie Ihre Walter auf meine Hoden?
Weil Sie sich eben verraten haben. Hauptsturmführer. Sie sind so deutsch wie dieser Scotch.
Also Sturmanführer.
Schnauze, du Schlampe.
Oh.
He
Okay,
knows
ignore
about
that.
it, though, yeah?
Ignore that, Twitch. That we are reviewing a movie scene at the moment for better writing.
Educational purposes that
Yes.
have to do with teaching everybody
Oh, there's another
about
one.
Ich habe eine Pistole auf Ihre Eier gerichtet,
the
seit Sie hier
bad
sitzen.
odor.
Und ab jetzt sind wir zu dritt. Und auf die Entfernung bin ich ein richtiger Frederik Zoller.
What the fuck?
Zu sein und so.
Okay, so
It just that one kind of felt like a little bit of a real intense, you know. It just doesn't. It feels like it's gonna go somewhere else. That third gun.
Yeah. Okay, so I think they're about to have a shootout. So I'm just gonna... Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it ends, but like there's like a follow-up scene where the woman basically explains that he ordered with the 3 fingers with his hand. Where is it? Where the hell is it? So the point is he
Meine
ordered,
Herrschaften,
he
gestatten
ordered
Sie,
the
dass ich Ihnen
drinks,
nachschenke.
not in a typical fashion.
Erik, der 33er hier mit Ihrem
Where is it? I need the fucking image right now. Give it to me.
Ich mag Scotch, Scotch mag.
Give it to me!
Ich auch nicht, ich bleib beim Shampoos.
3 Gläser.
There it is. So he orders it like this, but he's not supposed to. He's supposed to order with these 2 up and the thumb out, basically. So that's what exposes him.
The TMNT game.
It's very, very subtle storytelling. And it's very interesting. But I think, besides like a very quick scene like that, I think you can do the same thing, just like more drawn out in a story, you know? Right?
Yeah.
The music. I forgot about the music. I got the music back. So, I mean, what I could do is like subtly introduce the doctor character throughout. And then eventually, like, do something to, like, fully expose him when the story needs it. No, not when the story needs it, but when the villain deems it right to expose himself. Because if I just go along with, like, a story structure, then there's no, what's it called? Then it just feels wrong. Okay, so... Shit, where is he?
Why is my phone acting up? Oh boy.
Oh, wait. So, villain motive wants to kill and hunt vampires so that they don't hurt anyone else. Like, everybody agrees vampires can hurt people, but there's also good vampires who don't want to hurt people and will more than happily take on substitute to keep people safe. But he believes all So when he finds out that tries to do what?
Be right back.
Okay, that's fine. He can to get rid of them or prepare a trap of some kind to capture and kill them all. One way he could them is with anyways, yeehaw baby, we are doing some shit today. I hope Wolfie manages to like see this one day. Like, it would be so cool. Oh my god. Goodness me. Okay. I'm looking into some things right now, sorry. Okay, yeah, no, that's true. Hold on. Fun fact, chat, but humans are multi-celled organisms. What's that one thing called? Man of War? Yeah, it's called the Portuguese Man of War. Very interesting fish. It is a multi-organism thing. Shit. I don't know. I was thinking of like species that are basically multiple species, like in one thing, like the Portuguese Man of War. It's basically a group of animals that are no. Sorry, what the fuck is that? Siphonomophore? What? Any of the various transparent marine. Okay, never mind. I was thinking of like an organism that is just made up of multiple organisms. And I know that sounds weird, but it's like saying imagine like, let's say a cat and a dog live together, not as separate beings, but like as a unit, and they have their own jobs to do as part of a unit. and kind of in a way humans are the same thing because we are multiple celled, we're like varied cell organisms that, like, we have we have muscle, we have bone, we have skin, and we have nails and hair. We're just like a varied.
Back.
Hello. I was trying to look into microbes that mutate their hosts, but I'm not sure. But I couldn't find anything like that.
Then make it like. I was about to say like a parasite, but parasites are also technically living.
Okay, I just realized. So, mutations, general like DNA mutations, they occur when the DNA like has an error during replication process. But then again, it's like if the bacteria changes up, like let's say how your brain handles things, like in the vampire like bacteria sense, it changes how easily you can access your fight or flight response to be stronger and things like that.
Like pain, or like the pain reception thing.
Yeah, it could also nullify your pain receptors and things like that. Then I guess like what it could also do is hijack the DNA writing sequence and essentially change it so that your skin is more sensitive to sunlight. It also changes up your physical biology. It could actually, through that I could essentially write that they have stronger bodies instead of just writing that they have easier access to fight or flight to make them stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, where's my thingamabob? So, I need to write more on the villain though. So, okay, so overview, potential villain. This guy had a family before, that died due to a vampire ambush. This makes the scientist do experiments to enhance vampire bacteria so it doesn't make you crave blood and sensitive to sunlight. The villain's motive is that he wants to kill and hunt vampires so that they don't hurt anyone else. He believes that all vampires are evil and want to kill everyone. So when he finds out that the guy's criteria are intent, he tries to do whatever he can to get rid of them or prepare a trap of some kind to capture and kill them. Right? One way he could do it is with like something else. So the way that the villain operates is that he holds. It's like the phrase of holding your cards close to your chest until you are ready to lay out everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huh. Da, 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 da.
And only when he believes that it's like the right moment to expose himself to capture them all is like, okay, no. The moment he thinks he's won is when he actually shows himself and says like, I'm gonna kill y'all now, so you don't hurt anybody else.
Ah. Huh.
Okay. I guess I can stop on the villain now. I have something written up, I guess. Because I don't have Rambo written yet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I have a question. Based on, well, not really a question, but based on when the characters come in, do you think you're going to start writing some of it now, and then you're going to flesh out like what the characters that you're going to write in soon are going to be like, or are you going to plan it all out first?
If I can plan out what the characters are like first, then I can sort of envision how they would interact with each other and how they would plan to go about things from the get-go. From the starting point, which is when the vampires like pass through like they go down a road so that they can get to another location and be introduced to the town, to the climax of the story when everything's going down. Because that's how life is in a way. It's like everybody already exists and they're already like complicated in their own way. But like the second something happens, everybody reacts according to who they are and how they would manage or deal with that specific situation. So Rambo, the fact that Wolfie had them written up as a born like vampire. Never knew what it was like to be human. I think. Would it be interesting if like this is like what? Like a different type of vampire, not like an infected vampires are like human turned mutant, but this is like a born quote unquote mutant. What if they're different? Because that process of creating another human is starting within the bounds of being like a vampire.
Yeah. Huh. It's really making me think.
You know what? I might just have like. Okay, so you know how like fanon or like what is it? Movie vampires or whatever, like they just look very bat-like.
Yeah.
I could write that in. Like the noses are shaped differently. Their mouths are also shaped differently. And I could play that in because Rambo has a mask and he can use the mask to hide those features.
Yeah.
That would be very cool. Hold on.
Hidden and close. Da, 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 da.
Dude, Because he's a born vampire, his features developed differently. Oh, I love how I can't spell anything for shit.
Spelling doesn't matter, just gotta get the story right enough.
He was born differently with I feel like I could essentially make this into a very interesting epic fic if I wanted to, but at the same time I want to keep it simple. Then again, nothing is ever simple. And that could entirely change because I'm still in the drafting process of the story. I haven't even written anything yet.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, yeah, things will change along the way, so I don't think you have to... Of course, you're gonna do a lot of edits, and you'd be like, huh, I don't like the way this is turning out. You might change an entirely different part, so you don't have to have everything picture perfect correct right now.
Yeah, true. You know what? Because, so I just had an idea that maybe the eye feature, like the changed eye color feature, could be that it doesn't entirely switch over to like red, but it could be slightly red. So it could be like let's say like brown eye color that looks like coffee, but like with vampirism it looks like a reddish brown, like a rust color, like copper.
Yeah.
But then if like your original eye color was blue, then like with red-ish, like red incorporated into it, it could look slightly purple.
Huh.
Or I don't know. I would have to test out like drawing eyes to see how that would play out.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, 2 hours.
Already it.
That was quick. So he wears masks to hide the bottom half of his face. Oh, what else?
Alright, I'll be right back. I'll need to leave the PC, but I'll be back soon. If you're still streaming, that is.
That's okay. I might stream for like another half hour if anything. Hello chat, I'm still here. And we are still writing shit. What else can I do for Rambo though? So there's like this typical thing where being a vampire means you can turn into a monster if you wanted to. Like it's like a controlled changing. But like, should I do that? If I did that, how would I do it though? You know, if I were to write in like the potential for a vampire to be able to like a born vampire to shift into something very crazy, what would it be? How would it be? Oh wait, I just remembered. Wider mouth. Oh, that's great. Oh, okay, what else can I do? Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Oh my god. Chat, I hope you're doing well today. If you're here and you're not lurking or something, put like an A or an E in chat. Or an emote. I don't care. Just tell me you're here. And you're not a lurker. You know what I mean? Goodness me. The dock broke. Oh, never mind. It's not broken. I think when I hit the 2-hour 45 mark, I will end stream because it's been a while and I have shit to do. So we have something around like 10-15 minutes left. Yeah. Yeah. Owie. What else could I write about him? Sorry. Where's my mouse? There it is. My head is starting to hurt, guys. Goodness me. So, yeah. So, anyway, I think I've written a pretty good amount about Rambo to the point where I want to make fan art later on. But yeah, I don't know, maybe if I come up with another thing, I'll write that in too before I finish up, or I'll write it up afterward, like after I finish stream. But yeah. Yep. This was very fun. This is very, very fun for me. I need to start doing these more and more often, really, whenever I have the chance. Yeah. Oh my goodness, sorry. I keep friggin'. Alright. I know I said till 45, but I have shit to do. And it's already been a pretty hefty number, for a while now. 2 hours and 28 minutes already. Thank you everybody for coming to join the stream, and thank you to Soup Waffle for popping in and helping me write some stuff up. Big, big thanks. I'm very grateful and thankful for it. Here's more to streams like this. And yeah. Anyway. I am ending the stream now. Or should I wait another 30 seconds? Hold on. I'll count down too. Eventually. I think I choose like the number. Or else can I write? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,